Hello, today I'm going to be showing you how to install your Xbox One gamepad on your PC. Be aware this is a temporary solution, so don't expect it to work 100%, but it does work for now until Microsoft can release the proper drivers. So let's open the device manager by right clicking here on the start menu on Windows 8 or by going onto the control panel on device manager on Windows 7. Device manager. Now you can plug in your Xbox One gamepad. My app right now supports up to 16 gamepads, so you can just go and plug in every gamepad you have that you want to test. You see here we have now two controllers because I plugged in my two gamepads and they are not installed because they don't have compatible drivers for this device. So you have to click update driver, click on browse my computer for driver software and go let me pick from a list of device drivers on my computer. You go all the way down and get universal serial bus devices. Click next and you get WinUSB device. This is a Windows driver that actually makes the device open for developers to access it and send and receive data from it. So just click next. It will say it's not recommended because this is a general driver. It works for any device you throw it here. So you just click yes and close. And do the same for the other gamepad too. You click on browse my computer for driver. Let me pick Universal Serial Bus, WinUSB, next, yes, close, close, okay. Now what we're gonna do is install VJoy. As you can see on the unpacked gamepad files, I've bundled VJoy and libUSB, which we'll be installing later. You have to install VJoy, which is a gamepad emulator. You just click next. You don't need the VJoy feeder, but you do need the configurator because I didn't make a pre-configuration. Oh, okay, it's already installed on my PC, but I'm just reinstalling it. As you can see, my system already detected the gamepads, so we can go ahead and open the VJoy app. The VJoy app can be found under the program files, VJoy conf. And now the default configuration for the gamepads. The configuration you have to use is just the same I'm going to do here. It has X, Y, and Z, R, RZ, and rudder, RX, RY, 13 buttons. And here is the target device. For every gamepad you have to set it here. So for example, I have two gamepads. I'm gonna hit apply. I heard a noise, Windows already detected. So I'm gonna go now to target device 2 and hit apply with all these configurations. And now I just have to close it. You can check it on the gamepad panel, which you can find here in the control panel. You can type joy and get set up USB game controllers. And on this case on my PC I have 3 gamepads just to test out, but I don't have a third gamepad, but you can see here. I will remove the third by going here on free and delete device and hit apply. And you can see now I have only the 1 and the 2, and they're both here. So I'm just gonna hit OK. I'm gonna close this window, and now I'm gonna install libusb.net. Just accept it. Both these installers don't have anywhere, so just easily to install. You don't need the source and the example code. And you can see they already are installed on my system. And you need to check this out. This is the filter capabilities. You need that to work. And now this is really perfect for us now. You can let it launch the filter installer wizard. And you can click here, install device filter, and you'll find these two WinUSB devices, which are your gamepads. Just hit install, OK. WinUSB, install, OK. And now you just open my app. It takes some time to open, but it's here. It supports up to 16 gamepads. I don't have 16 gamepads to test, and I wouldn't have a reason to have 16 gamepads, but I'm pretty sure it will work. But I also don't have a reason to have 16 gamepads connected to my PC. You can see here with additional gamepads, but I guess 16 is a little overkill. As you can see here, by clicking on the trigger button checkbox, the LT and RT are not treated also as a button, which doesn't have pressure sensitivity. You just press it and it's a button now. This can help you with many old games that don't support these LT and RT that are pressure sensitive. So there's that. To use my app with extra 360 CE, you just have to open my app, wait for it to open, it's up, everything's here. So you go back, you can see the configuration file. It shows me how I configured my gamepad, but I'm gonna show you how I've done on video. Here it will ask you to create the X input DLL. So you just hit yes, and it will detect your gamepad. Just let it search the internet, search everywhere. You won't find anything, but let it do its thing. You just hit finish, and it stopped working. To make it work properly on Windows 8, you have to run this program in compatibility mode for Windows 7 and run this program as an administrator. So let's see if it works now. Finish. Oh, it did work. So you can see here, nothing is pretty good. So I'm just gonna hit my configuration. Let me see if the first gamepad is working. The first gamepad works just fine. For you that don't know, X36CE is an Xbox 360 gamepad emulator, so you can use alternate gamepads that work just like an Xbox 360 one would in games. So trigger, you get access free. Bumper, you get button 5. Back, you get button 7. Start, you get button 8. I don't know what for guide, because it just doesn't work. Button 15, what the fuck? That's actually button 11. Nope, still doesn't work. Okay, so we get the guide, which is button 11. The D-pad, just hit D-pad 1. And now you see if the axis matches. It's already matching on mine. So it's axis 1 and axis 2. And the stick button is button 9. And here I have inverted axis 5. So you go to axis inverted I-axis 5. So it works great. Stick button is button 10. The trigger on the right is axis 6. The bumper is button 6. Y is button 4. X button 3. The B button is button 2. And the A button is button 1. So we can just hit save, we can test it around a bit, see if it works, and it works just fine. I've been having some issues with the D-pad, but for now I'm just gonna release it as people are really wanting this driver. So maybe I'll fix it, but just give me some time. Okay, just hit save, and now you can use this DLL. You can insert this and X360A on the games folder, and it probably will work with the gamepad. You can use these other DLLs too. Just search around for X360CA because it's way easier to use it than using the actual gamepad from VJoy. So that's it for today. Until next time.